The second semi-final of the CHAN 2024 sees reigning champion Senegal take on Morocco. We'll have a look at the highlights here. Senegal versus Morocco. Subscribe if you haven't. Click on that notification bell to get more updates.
Netimia Senegal.
And we're underway. The Lions of Teranga in all white with a trim of green, while the Atlas Lions are in the red and green right here at the Nelson Mandela Stadium. My name is Jermaine Egessa. We get the game straight off the bat. Christian Gomez started in that match against Uganda. He didn't put up as solid a showing as would have been expected, as well as lost one on penalties. The team Senegal. Christian Gomez goes for a strike. That's not on target. High and wide. Goal kick. Christian Gomez had to scored in the first game for Senegal. Hasn't scored again since then. Interestingly, they've scored 3 goals the entire tournament, Senegal. That each one with a different player, managing consistently dropping back in numbers. Make sure that they stifle any channels that the Lions of Teranga may want to operate on. Morocco, who have won 5 consecutive CHAN games against West African opposition since 2016, including the likes of Nigeria, Guinea, Togo, and Mali. They've scored 17 goals in those games and conceded just 7. And a header! You can count 8 to that name. Layose scores to give them a very early lead. The Lions of Teranga take the first swipe in this big cuts fight in the semi-finals. Set pieces are typically known as dead ball situations, because sometimes they will leave you dead and buried. And Morocco knows it's an uphill task when it gets to this point of the tournament. Slip up once and it might be all your opponents need in the tournament. Brilliant delivery, and that will go down as catastrophic defending. Free header, Layosise ghosting in, guiding that ball, brilliantly finding the net. And Morocco in absolute disbelief. Morocco 0, Senegal 1. Fine close down here. Now linking up well right at the edge of the box area. Trip and an appeal from the Atlas Lions. Nothing to it. They'll go ahead. Baba Khalid gets a chance. A shot! Stunning strike! Sabri Bogridi wastes absolutely no time. Ruffling the ball to the back of the net with precision unmatched. Oh. We talked about it being a big cut fight, and it's turning out to be just that. Morocco trailing for just a couple of minutes, and they're right back in it. The defense that is so miserly to so many teams has been breached, and breached with an exclamation point. It was neat layup right at the box area. The clearance wasn't emphatic, and not letting that ball stand on occasion. Just picked his mark. That ball landing sweetly for a stunning strike, and he guided it home. We go as Mohamed Hermat lines up the Poku on the 6-yard spot. It's the penalties. Put the nerves aside. Get the jitters out of your system. It's a straight shootout. '31-year-old captain He'll be the first to lace his boots. Goes for it. Sends it to the bottom corner. Morocco dispatching off well of their very first attempt. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. How can they defend that? Well, stepping up to the task is Sieni Mbaye Ndiaye. Resolute in the defense. Now to turn on the prolific scopes of a marksman as he lines up the ball. And the defending champions find themselves on the back foot right from the onset of the penalty. Gone the wrong way, but the elevation a little too much on that ball. A hug there from the goalkeeper, Mark Phillips Diouf, consoling his teammate. Now the task will fall apart. Then the once again as he faces with Osama Lamilui. He doesn't seem very happy about the proceedings here. Lamilui. The goalkeeper. Composed and set that off with enough power just out of the reach for the goalkeeper. Put Morocco on full advantage. Well, they could exploit it to full use as their goalkeeper now, El Mehdi Al Harar, has to face off with Cissé. Cissé came on as a substitute in the second half. Can he restore a glimmer of hope here for the Lions of Teranga? It's a short run up. Gets the shot in. No, that was cheeky. That was absolutely cheeky. He's putting it right where the goalkeeper was moving from. Takes guts, takes confidence, and clearly he has bags of it right down the center. Goalkeeper diving one way, and the agony of knowing that had he stayed stock still, probably would have had that saved brilliantly. And so 2-1 it stands. Morocco converting both their penalties. Senegal have missed one of theirs. We are on to the third. Ayoub Kairi is the man that will step up for the next one. Came on as a substitute as well in the later stages of the game, but has had a very telling impact in stabilizing the back line since he came on. Also had a very good offensive contribution. Now that offensive contribution will culminate into this penalty. Teases his run up, scores. Morocco, 3 perfectly executed penalties. Mohamed looked a little hesitant there. It looked like the pressure had gotten a bit ahead of him. When it came to taking the strike, doing just enough. Sending the goalkeeper the wrong way and putting it to 3 for Morocco. Now Senegal must score. Give themselves a fighting chance in this game. Must simply find a way here. Up steps the captain, Asane Baye Sis. Bedrock, solid foundation at the back. Crucial interceptions in plenty he's made in the game. Now he must score to keep Senegal's dream alive. Takes the penalty. Well, that was as majestic as they can. Converting with aplomb. Stays quite confident. Oh, fears that probably would be going sky high. It just does enough. Top corner. Absolutely no chance for the goalkeeper. 3-2 it stands. Up next, Anas Bash. 27-year-old defender. Be the next man here to step up to the sport kicks. Well, no frills, makes the run up and converts it with aplomb. And Souleymane Diallo knows they are in a last chance saloon. And they could be in for a Mexican showdown. The mathematics is simple. They must score the next penalty to keep the hope alive in this matchup. Should they miss the next one, it's the all-important one. It is a done deal for them and will be guaranteed to have a new champion of the African Nations Championships. Tall order, hefty task, unbearable responsibility. And it's all been piled onto the shoulders of a very young man by the names of Douda Ba. Barely put a foot wrong the entire match. Excellent defender. Now must keep the dream going for the Lions of Teranga. Short run up, rifles it. They live on. The dream lives on, but only just. Now it's going to fall to the goalkeeper. It all comes down to Mark Phillips Diouf. Serve this, and Senegal live on. Fail at it, and it's Morocco, the Atlas Lions, that will head into the final. Up steps Yusuf Mehri. Fans applauding in that moment for the extra seconds of keeping their hopes alive in this tournament. 4-3 it stands. If Morocco scores this one, it's a done deal. Yusuf scores it! They've done it! Right back into the finals and a chance to reclaim the title they never lost. They gave it a good go at attempting to defend it, but in the end, only one will progress, and it will be the Atlas Lions of Morocco that booked their spot in Nairobi, Kenya, to face off with the Barrier of Madagascar. For the defending champions, the Lions of Teranga, they will not be able to defend their title, and they will have their third match at the Nelson Mandela Stadium when they face off with Sudan on Friday. A shake of hands here between two evenly matched coaches that gave it as good as they could. In the end, it had to come down to the luck or the lottery of the sport kicks. And it's Morocco with a flawless conversion, 5 out of 5, making their mark. Senegal missing their very first penalty, striking the woodwork.